Welcome back, greetings all, and we just had the one game tonight. Now, Columbus came into tonight first in their division. Now, we will point out they do have 3 overtime or shootout loss points, but first place is still first, right? And for Chicago, they're trying to even their record tonight, and it just doesn't quite work. Chicago has the effort. Tonight they ran into Korpisalo. So, this was the 400th game in Columbus for John Tortorella's coach. Remarkable that a coach lasts that long in Columbus. This is a team that went through coach after coach after coach. So Tortorella's been a calming influence, though there are those who will say he's not. It was Lankinen versus Korpisalo. Lankinen has another solid game. And honestly, he's the best goalie Chicago's had since Corey Crawford was where we remember him back in, say, the early 2017-2018 season. Early on, Foodie takes a penalty. The Hawks go to the power play. Columbus with the kill. Relatively easy kill. The Hawks had the only shot of the game through the first 5 minutes. And there was a part of me saying, oh, uh-oh. just on some level, right? We're like, this is the only game on and there's only one shot in the first 5 minutes. A lot of neutral zone play in this game in the first period. And I had this thought too. So Barclays Center, we made jokes and remarks about the SUV that was down where normally you'd have the expensive tickets. And now it feels like that was a pioneer. That was a harbinger of things to come, because we've got a lot of arenas, including in Chicago, where there are vehicles that are very prominently featured in the arena. So Barclays was ahead of the curve on that. Who knew? Columbus gets their first power play and they score on it. It's Bjorkstrand with the power play marker from Atkinson and Werenski at 8:53. That was only the second shot for Columbus, but it's not like Lankinen had a lot of chances. It's just, it was only the second shot for Columbus. In fact, that was the only shot they had for a bit there. The shots were 2 apiece at 11 and a half minutes into that period. Korpisalo denied a Soderberg chance. Lots of looks for the Hawks, but not enough shots. And it's weird because they come out of tonight with a lot of shots, but I think shot selection is going to be a comment and a conversation, I would think, between Blackhawks and maybe between the coaching staff and the team as well. And another solid stop by Korpisalo with a minute left. So we go to the second period. Early on, Columbus had a chance that was blocked. Roslovic had a chance that was defended as well. Jack Roslovic seems to be fitting into the lineup for Columbus pretty well. Doesn't get on the board with a point tonight, but I thought he did well. I thought his defense was solid. Strome with a near miss and a failed wraparound, and then there's a breakaway goal the other way. Bjorkstrand with a great pass to Robinson. Robinson with that breakaway goal. It was only the 7th shot, and I thought that was worthy of note, that they had 2 goals on 7 shots. And it was 3:39 of the second period, because the second period was very much one that favored Chicago. And all of a sudden, there were shots, and there were a lot of them. Jones was guilty of a high stick. The Hawks go to the power play. Kane almost got one from a tough angle, and I mean like one of those ones right on the goal line that only a guy like Kane could put in. Korpisalo held it, though. It really could have gone in, and if it had, we'd have a different game. The Hawks push it 6.5 minutes. The defense held, cleared it out. The shots were 11-9 for the Hawks 9 minutes into the second period, which is insane considering 11.5 minutes into the first, the shots were 2 apiece. So it was a much more wide open period. Notable. Much more exciting, wide open period. Texier takes a penalty. The Hawks go back to the power play. It was a dangerous looking power play. There was a near miss by Strome, but Strome does get it. His 3rd of the year. Every goal that Dylan Strome has had has been on the power play. Kane and Kubalik with the assists at 10:47. And I thought, again, Patrick Kane being Patrick Kane, very solid game for him. And Hawks fans have to be happy with how Kane's played so far this year. DeHaan then takes a penalty. Columbus goes to the power play, and it was a good-looking power play, just didn't get a goal. Carlson then had a shot that was stopped by Korpisalo, but it's 2-1 Columbus after the second period. So we go into the third. Third period, better start defensively for Columbus. So they allowed a ton of opportunities for Chicago in that second period. And in the third, clearly between the second and third, either the team sat down and figured it out, or Tortorella had a chat with them, but they were much better at preventing those shots in the third period than they were in the second. Robinson had a break. Lankinen made the save. After that 7th shot, which was the second goal, Lankinen wasn't allowing anything. Korpisalo held it at 7 minutes. Things get a little bit scrummy after that. Korpisalo didn't like getting poked at. Goalies don't like getting poked at when they got the puck. Lankinen then stopped a chance for Grigorenko in the slot. It's one of those ones where maybe Grigorenko had it too long before he took the shot, but, again, good chance for Grigorenko and a great save by Lankinen. Columbus pressured it around the halfway mark. Bjorkstrand was denied, I believe, twice on that same play. And Bjorkstrand with another really good game. He has the goal, he has the assist on tonight. Clearly wanted more in the third period. The Hawks' chances were there, and they did have pressure, but they were only getting those shots from the outside. Anytime they tried to go inside, Columbus stealing it, throwing it down the ice. Korpisalo with a save through the screen with 3:35 left. Kane was really trying to will one into the net, and then the DJ for this game made my whole night. My favorite song, period, is Deutschland by Rammstein. This is the first time I can recall having heard that being played at an NHL game. And again, my memory might be kind of foggy from last year. It's possible it's been played, but anytime I hear that, it gets stuck in my head. It is the best song to get stuck in my head, and it's rare that I'm watching a Chicago game and I have a great song stuck in my head at the end of the game. So many, many thanks to the DJ. Underrated job. If you've never heard Deutschland by Rammstein, highly recommend it. The video offended people because they didn't understand. The video wasn't condoning some of the stuff that was in it. It was judging it, but hey, it's easier just to condemn the video. Soderberg, with a chance with 2 minutes left, it stays out. The goaltender gets pulled with 1 minute and 10 seconds left, but Korpisalo had a great game. And again, Lankinen, I thought, had a really good game. I didn't put the 3 stars up for this game. I'll say, having watched it, I'd have Korpisalo at number 1, I'd have Bjorkstrand at number 2, and I'd have Lankinen at number 3. That's just me personally. Shots were 4-3 in the first for Chicago. It was a slow period. And then 19-12 in the second. Like they just, let's get all the shots now. And then in the third, Columbus leads in shots for the only period in the game they did so at 12-9. Final shots, 32-27 in favor of the Hawks. Power plays, Columbus 1 for 2, Chicago 1 for 3. Korpisalo saved 31 out of 32. Lankinen saved 25 out of 27. So if you're a Hawks fan, you've now seen them win 2 out of 9. But at the very least, while this was Lankinen, I believe this is his first loss in regulation. I think he's 2-1-2 now. At the very least, Lankinen had a solid game. And his save percentage continues to be excellent. I did try, write down the hits. The hits were 21-14 in favor of Columbus. It was a relatively hard-hitting game, and I'm looking forward to seeing these teams get to know each other a little bit further, as I think the games will get a little bit uglier. But, relatively clean game, relatively quick game, and low scoring. Let me know your thoughts regarding this game in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through and just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.